I've filmed lots of videos through the years, but this by far is the most difficult. I'm officially closing Coffy Creations photography after 12 years. My wife and I were sitting down one night looking at some old scrapbooks, and I noticed a trend in the photos. Looking at all these wonderful memories and things that our family did, I noticed I wasn't in half of them. Now, it's no surprise that I work a lot. We have a couple businesses, Coffy Creations being one of them. However, that realization that I was watching my kids grow up through photos rather than just being there hit and hurt bad. And I knew I needed to make a change. It was obvious about 6 months ago that something had to change. But more in the broad sense of I knew things were changing in the market, things are changing in the industry, and I knew I needed to make a change in the business if I wanted to stay viable and stick around for a while. Now, that change involved doing things that I didn't want to do, offering products or services I didn't want to offer, or even at the drastic sense, devaluing what we offer. So that was not an option for me. So ultimately, the option is to completely get out of the industry and focus on something else that will allow me to be present for my family, for my wife, for my 3 babies, and be there for them rather than just focusing on building a future for them and robbing them of a husband, of a father. So I want to use this video to thank 2 groups of people. First, the clients and the community that has supported Coffy Creations through the last 12 years. We've had some amazing times. We've had multiple studio spaces we've been able to grow and outgrow and move, and the one I'm sitting in actually has been my ultimate favorite, but making this even harder. But the clients that I've been able to serve and be a part of their lives, I want to thank you so much for trusting me as your photographer and allowing me to create these images that will hopefully last through generations. That's the goal, at least. And then secondly, photographers, I want to thank you so much for trusting me with education and trusting, that as I shared, the things I learned in business with you, don't take that and completely throw it out the window because of this whole change in chapters. But take that and understand that sometimes we have to make hard decisions. I'm not saying it has to be hard like this one, but take those things and run with them, and just don't lose sight of what's most important. We never know how long we have on this earth. And so that's where, focusing on family for me is what's most important right now. And that's what I want to do. And I was talking actually to a good friend of mine, another photographer, and she built her business so that she could have the freedom for her kids, while I had the complete opposite effect with my business. I built my business for my kids, but it didn't create what I wanted to for my family. And so that's kind of the predicament. But I love so much of what I've been able to do in this industry. I love so much of, again, the people I've had the chance to meet, the travels we've had all over the country, all over the world, doing shoots in Ireland and London, things I never would have imagined, starting out my business, I never thought was possible. And we've been able to do them. But this very much is needed, again, to focus on what's most important. And that's my loved ones. And so I have officially accepted a position with my brother's company, the E-Commerce Alley, where I get to develop a customer experience and success, focusing on their customers that they currently have and making sure they feel taken care of, they feel like $1 million, and showing support through his business, which I'm so excited for, because in my business, I've loved so much of building a client experience. I've loved so much of serving people and making people feel like they are the most beautiful thing ever or the most handsome thing ever. That's what I've loved so much. And so I get to do that in a very, very different way. And so I hope you'll follow along the personal journey as we close out the business journey, and build something new, build something fresh, and again, win back time and focus on the most important things in my life. So thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you so much for your support. Let's get on to some new things, and let's focus on what's important. Have a great day.